We are in Wangaratta and we have a beehive behind this cavity. Anyway, then in the same house we have a much older and bigger beehive up in the brickwork there. It's double brick and they're between the double bricks. And then a hive that moved in 2 weeks ago. He sent me photos of it moving in, and it wasn't here 3 weeks ago when I was here last. Is up there. Not entirely sure if it's in the brickwork yet. I need to go up onto the roof, but I'm starting with the one that I don't have to use the bee vac on, so that I can then do the other two with the bee vac. So fun times. It's a big day ahead. And there is 2 layers of wood on this little cavity, so it makes it a little bit harder. The wood was really brittle too, so it broke apart as I blew it off. Fun times. And we're getting closer. So, fun times. Nice little hive. We'll get the isolation off and see what we're fully dealing with. Been there for a while. And here we have the first hive exposed. It's dry, there's not much resources in here. The broods from this angle's not looking too crash hot. So let's see what we find. The cavities are a heap bigger than expected. It's quite wide for a window cavity, but well, this house, as I'm discovering, has lots of little quirks. 4 and a bit pieces to go, and 2 frames and a half of brood, and where's the queenie? Oh, queenie. So we'll just dot her up, put her in and continue. And she now has a pink dot on her back, not that you can see it, she's climbing on the top. So we'll cage her, put her in the box, and we're well on the way. So the negative to having 2 other hives nearby is the robbing. We've got bees robbing any drop of spilled honey. So yeah, got to get this hive closed up and put an entrance reducer on it so that it doesn't get robbed out, the honey that it does have. Okie doke, so that was a reasonably quick one, just over 2.5 hours. So yay. So 2 hours 45 minutes to be precise. But anyway, I'm now going to climb onto the roof and see if I can find the new hive, because I'm not getting a thermal image off the balcony, but it could be just because it's so new it's not registering through the bricks yet. So yeah, exciting times as always. I'm now on the roof. Wangaratta High School, I'm guessing. Okay, so here we have a hive that's been exterminated previously. Let's see if we can... The question is, does this hive go below that top plate timber that's in there, which I don't know if you can see in the video, or is the hive all above it, which means I've got to do it all from the roof. Golly, yay. So, fun times ahead. So I am getting a thermal image along the curve, so I'm just going to play the odds, and even if it does go a little bit below the top plate, I'm aiming to hope, fingers crossed, that I can reach it from on the roof. Save some other issues. Okie dokies, I surprised myself because I got it off in 3 pieces. So there's 2 pieces there. This piece being the 3rd piece, and that piece. And you can see the remnants of the old hive down there, and the new hive is here. Sometimes, yeah, it's going to be interesting, but let's see how we go. Yeah, there's a bit better view of the exposed hive. You can see after the hive was poisoned, wax moth, which is all these cocoons, moved in and basically started eating it all up. So exciting times. We'll do our best to get down to it all. As long as we get the queen, we should be right in getting them to move themselves out. There we go. Waste bag of poison came on top just to give the box a bit of insulation from the sun up here. I'm 95% certain the queen's not in the box, but the bees are moving into the box. I had to work really quickly because even though they were building off old comb, it was starting to fall down the wall. None of the new stuff with bees on it fell down the wall, but the old stuff was, so I just got in there, got it out, no videos, and not even looking for queen, just dumped the bees in the box, frame up the comb, and now we're at where we're at. We'll see how they go through the day. I'll start on the 3rd one, and if necessary I'll pump smoke from over that side so it goes down and then pushes bees back up, just in case Queenie decides not to go in the box herself. She occasionally does decide to go in the box, so let's see what happens. Okay, I'm back from my lunch break. Bees were clustering on the wall. Couldn't work out why until I found another queen. I don't know if this is the queen from the hive I just did on the roof, or if there was a 4th swarm. So I'm going to take her upstairs and see. There were some bees trying to ball her, so it's from this hive that was trying to ball her. So it's all very confusing at the moment, but let's see what happens when I take her outside. Okie dokie, so this queen was not from this hive either. It is a queen from a swarm. Oh, so that's 3 hives and a swarm, all on the same property. Dilemma is, earlier, not realising it was a swarm, I scooped most of the bees into another box, so I've got a spare queen. Since I'm not sure if the queen is in this 2nd hive, I'm going to use some talcum powder, dust the bees with the talcum powder, dust the queen, which I've already done, and drop her in the box. The talcum powder masks the scent, and in the huge majority of cases they unite instantly. Okay, so I've united the swarm queen. It's really unusual to see a swarm at this time of the year given these current conditions, but oh well. So I've united that with the one on the roof, and now it's onto this one, which is the roof ones are over there. There's this one. This one comes right down to here based on the thermal image, and if it's anything like the roof, it will go up past the roof line, but I can't realistically do it from top and bottom, so I'll focus on the big bulk of it. Hope I get the queen early. There's a chance I'm not going to use the bee vac. There's a chance I'll leave the hive set up here for a period of time to reorientate, given the current weather conditions, quite hot. Bee vac heats the bees as it is, so yeah, let's once we expose the hive, we'll know what we're doing. Okay, bottom bricks are out and thermal image was correct. There is the bottom of the comb. So we'll now take bricks out up the wall and we'll see what we discover. I've now done the mortar cuts for the whole section that we've got to pull out. Dilemma is it's getting quite late now. It's too late to start something this big, so I am going to have to come back, which is all good because it gives the other two hives a couple extra days just to settle in. Fun times. Okie dokies, I'm back here today because there wasn't enough time to pull that one out the other day. The hive up there has got bees coming and going from it, but there's not many because I couldn't get the queen the other day. I was pretty certain I didn't have the queen, and there's a swarm. So I shall get that box down, put it down here, grab those bees, put them in that box, and then we'll pull the bees out of this brickwork. There we go. And here's this one. So if we watch this outside long enough, we'll see the queen. A bit hard to position a way to see the whole swarm, so we'll do the best we can. Okay, most of them are down from there. They'll sort themselves out, and if not, I've got time today to check on them while I'm working on the other one. The queen, this hive has two queens now. The queen I added from the other swarm in all the confusion, and its original queen. So they're caged, and so the bees are now running inside. Different cages, obviously, but they seem to be more than happy. So one's got a pink dot and one doesn't. Anyway, so we'll go sort out the other hive and come back to this later. And now we're up here. And this is the big hive. Keeping in mind it doesn't stop at the roof, it will be like the other one. We'll go 3 to 4 bricks higher. And if I can't reach in there and catch the queen, then unfortunately I'll have to go to the roof and get the rest from the roof. So fingers crossed I can get the queen from down here. Okay, so this is the majority of the bottom half of the hive out, or bottom 4/5 of the hive. I can't reach up to get the rest of it from the bottom, so I have to now look up to the top, which is what I wanted to avoid, but unfortunately there's no option, so I've got to do what needs to be done. I have 5 frames of brood, there's a spacer in there as well, and we have bobbing again from same scenario. There's 2 other hives here, so there we go. Well, now I get to gather some equipment, go up top and work slowly. Still got to get the queen. And I'm now on the roof from the opposite side over here. That's those bits. So the hive is in under here, and there's another old dead hive here. This house is full of beehives. It's crazy. Pointless me taking that out. They can just get someone who puts this back together to just crush that down or take it out. So I'll focus on the living hive. Okay, I've revealed this bit. There was comb going down here. I quickly grabbed that out to avoid giving Queenie way to run away, give her a bit of a gap, and now we'll start exposing the rest of the hive. It's been a crazy hive. And there we have it. So I thought it was about a fifth that's remaining, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bricks deep, so it's about a third. So I'm 2/3 of the way, but this last bit's harder. I actually will have to take these bricks out just to make my life a hell of a lot easier. And there's those 2 layers of bricks taken out. So the plan is to take this honey off the top. I've already grabbed most of the wax comb. There's a little bit of poison comb too, which I've thrown down the bottom because I didn't want that powder near the rest of it. And so once I've got this honey out, the other 2 to 3 bricks worth I should be able to do from the bottom. There we go, get in there. There we go, I've taken out the top part and I've taken a little bit out down there, so I've got one full length of comb out. I'm going to get a few more pieces full length out from up here that doesn't have brood on it, and then I'll go back down and work from the bottom. And I'm back on the roof. I tried to finish it off from underneath, but the wires in the wall just at the wrong spot and are making it impossible for me to do it from underneath, so I have to finish it from up top. So unfortunate, but such is life. So I'll continue on my merry way from up here. I'm back down the bottom. I've got to scoop those bees, but the huge majority of the comb's now out. There's a little bit left that I can do from underneath, so I'm going to. Haven't caught the queen yet. I did cut out brood while I was up top and I had to bring it back up in this bucket. Obviously I couldn't then take it through the house. As such, I had to climb up the outside. But for now, I'm onto my second box. I've got 7 frames of brood and still got to catch the queen. Okie dokie, so not the most stable, but fingers crossed it won't be for long. I'm going to go up back onto the roof, brush some bees down, and fingers crossed that gets them starting to head that way. Otherwise, I'll come back later tonight and beevac the ones that are remaining, unite them in quarantine. I think that would be a better option to do. And back up top. Obviously I've got some waste comb to deal with, but looks like Queenie's running here, which is frustrating. So I've had to take more bricks off so I can get to her. Now 6 o'clock at night, on day, bees everywhere, but we now have bees going into the box. Exciting times. Tells me Queenie's now in the box, so that's always a good thing. I wasn't sure if I'd gotten them in the box in the first place because I was just scooping so many bees I wasn't even looking for her, and the mere fact that the bees are now running towards the box tells me there's a good chance she's in the box. I will climb onto the roof, have a look from up there and see if there's any clusters, but if there's no clusters, it's looking good. It just means I won't need to be back, but it does mean I'll have to come back in a few days' time. Okay, so from above we have these all over the place, but no clusters, which is a really good sign, meaning Queenie is in the box. So yay, at least that's some good news. It's a hot day. I'll come back around 8:30ish and see how they're going. It's now 8 o'clock at night. We've got lots and lots and lots and lots of bees there. But there's still a heap up there. And there's a small hive beetle. So yeah, I suspect we'll be coming back in a couple of days for that. Let's just get rid of that hive beetle. Yeah. Okie dokies. So mostly cleaned up. We've got bees inside the hollows. We've got bees all over the tin, and we have a heap of bees still. So at this stage there's no way I can take them, and it's just too hot to use the bee vac, so I'm going to have to come back. Yay. I was trying to avoid that. And I'm back here on the roof at Wangaratta. These bees are all clustered up on this brickwork. Okay, and we've still got bees on the wall. We do have bees coming and going from the box. So I'm going to sort these bees out first, see if the queen's in amongst them. And if so, great. We'll then put her in the queen clip and put her in the box, and beevac the rest of the bees, because it's clear we will have to beevac with so many clustered up here and clustered up on the wall, but there is a lot of bees in the box as well. So and I've brought extra boxes so that way there's heaps of room and the bees don't overheat. And the beevac is set up down below. Got the hose up here, very low suction, and let's clean up all the bees up and around here. Slowly work our way down. Fun times ahead. Okay, so both hives are loaded up. That's the beevac hive, and this is the cutout part of the hive. Queen's in the cutout part of the hive, not in the beevac part, but for some reason those ones didn't want to orientate to the box, so now they're going to be forced to eat quarantine. And this is the internal cavity. I can't see. Oh, there's one bee. Okay, I can see one bee. It's been missed. Not bad out of a hive that's around 100,000 bees, so all done. Yay, that was a fun, tough one.